Guys, it's me, Salagi. I just came across a fire. Just started a few minutes ago, probably already at 5 acres, and it's right pretty close to civilization. Let's see what they got to show us. And it is a little windy today. So, I mean, it's not like real crazy wind, it's just pretty breezy actually. As the afternoon progresses, it is kind of picking up. So, this is over in the Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia area. Let's see what it shows us. Appears to be on the freeway. It could be a car, you know, but that's a bridge, so that's not really a great place to have a fire. I'm assuming that it's probably the shrubs, you know, the bushes right there at the Mojave River in the middle of the desert. It's just very weird. Let's go over to these other cameras and see what we can see. Not sure why it's so hazy in this direction, but that's not even where we're trying to look at. But here it is. You can definitely see it from this other vantage point, and this is up on the mountain over by Lake Arrowhead area, sort of. Crestline and all that. That's the camera from up on the mountain. So there's that. Let's see what this one shows us. It looks like it's all dirty. Let's look at this one. So this one probably kind of far away still from where we're trying to see. Maybe this one. See it? You can see some smoke down there in the little valley. I don't know why this camera's not, it didn't want to zoom in. But here we go, probably because you can already see it from this viewpoint. You can see the wind is going pretty fast. I don't know if you can hear the wind in the background, but I have my windows open and I think you can see it. See, that wasn't even that fire. I don't know what that smoke is coming from. That's weird because that was in the wrong direction. I don't know if we saw this one already. I think this is the one we already viewed. I mean, you can get a pretty good viewpoint from these mountains, but it's still, especially since, like, that little fire right there is not what's creating the haze. I don't know what is creating this haze, because that's just a little 5-acre fire, but we hardly have no fires in Southern California right now. The Dale fire. 75% containment. So that's not really, that's over in Anza, and I didn't cover this one, and I'm sorry guys, because this is over by the Cahuilla Reservation in the Santa Rosa Mountains over Anza and all that. I meant to cover it, and I'm so sorry, because that was, I've just been doing a lot of stuff helping my daughter with moving and things like that, just real busy. But anyhow, it's very weird how it's just been smoky in California, hazy. There's no everything's not, the skies aren't blue right now, guys. I don't understand why. In this Madre fire, it's 80,779 acres, but it's 97% contained. They said it's still active, but I don't think there's any evacuations or anything. And we did talk about this fire about a week ago, and saying how it was over by these, it doesn't really look like it has grown since we were talking about it. And I kind of stopped because there's no cameras in this area. There's no way for me to show it. But it was getting pretty close to, if I could find it. I kind of lost where those were. The oil rigs. But it's over here in this area. Basically right here. Let's see. That's them. And you see the one on the bottom, it's moving. That one that's visible, it's not moving. But I've seen them before that they were cranking, and the one was cranking right there. But anyways, so it didn't make it over to these. That's really good. That's wonderful news. Because it'd just be one disaster after another. It's really actually pretty far when you think about it, because that is this whole mountain range right here. They would have had to jump way over. And this is a lot of ground. Like, if you were walking, that's too far. I mean, I know fire goes faster than you can walk, but there's nothing to burn. There's no fuel. Sorry. Goodbye. Good night. Say good night to the fire. Anyways, yeah, so as I was saying, there's not a lot going on in Southern California compared to other parts of the country right now, such as the north. But it's still very smoky, as you could see on some of those cameras. And I don't know, because, you know, the wind blows from the west to the east. So how is it we're not getting the smoke from the fires from the east, you know? Trap fire, huh? Interesting name. Oh, Trap Lane. Wow. Terrible name. So here's what they call the trap fire. It looks like they put fire retardant around, like literally around it. That's weird. They're just zoomed in on those. Look, it looks to be some propane tanks, maybe. Mount Bullion. That's It's very weird. And these yellow power outages. So, wow, all these areas right here are experiencing power outages. And it could be due to the high wind, because whenever it's just a mandatory thing now in most of California that during these high wind events they will turn off the power in different places, and that's to prevent fires. So it's not just to be mean and evil. It is actually a problem. So right here, 19,000 acres with this green fire. This is another fire that's pretty big in the California area. This is up in Northern California, and there's a lot more to burn up there. I think that's why they're still struggling with it. And as you can see, there's a lot of wind still in the area. Well, not still, but it's just an ongoing thing. Like, wind is to be expected at this time of year. And there's that fire, green fire, 19,021 acres. And let's see if there's another vantage point. Maybe this way. I don't know how good you can see it from here, but oh, it's just gonna spin. Well, it's very beautiful, mountainous, full of trees. Very hard for the firefighters to navigate these areas right here because they're just very mountainous, you know. And then right here, I think we were noticing the other day too that these appear to be the frack mining operations. I highly doubt that it's anything else. Like, you don't see solar panels or windmills or oil rigs, and there's no other explanation. If anyone knows what these are, please let me know. I think they're frack mines, but I could be wrong. But being that they're everywhere, like, it seems like there's more of these than homes in this area. There's hardly no civilization, but there's a bunch of these mines. Wow. It's a little clearer up there where the big fire is, so I don't understand why Southern California looks so smoky and we don't have all those fires. Wow, what a beautiful sight. Breathtaking. That was towards this little lake right here. Lake Margaret and Goose Creek. And there's no homes around here. Just whatever these are. I don't even know if they're frack mines because I don't see anything. It's just very weird. Definitely please let me know if you guys know what these are. So it's over by Goose Mountain. Just everywhere in this area. It doesn't look like, I mean, it could be deforesting, you know, or whatever. Like, they're They're chopping down the trees for wood in just random odd-shaped spots, you know. They could be decommissioned frack mines where they took away whatever apparatuses were there. Maybe. And right here it looks like they're replanting trees. So it's probably, this is probably not frack mines. It's probably they're chopping down the trees for lumber. All right, mystery solved. Anyhow, that's it. And there's the Butler fire too, which is another very huge one. So I guess there's a fair amount of fires in this area that could be contributing to our very bad air quality. This is 16,535.5 acres, only 2% contained, and currently active with evacuation order level 3 go for these locations right here. And then there's evacuation warning. That's huge. And so for those of you that live in the area, you know that there's a lot of information about the fire. Please don't follow me to get the most updated version of what's going on. I'm just kind of more of a conversational type channel. By all means, I don't have the punctuality to actually alert everyone. And so we're just talking about these fires and alerting people that may not know. Maybe they have relatives in the area that they need to get a hold of and see if they need some help. That's basically what I'm doing here. So anyways, and we also look up interesting geology with this app, because I really do love to zoom in and check things out. And I don't necessarily cover all these fires. I mean, there's just so much going on. There's a humongous fire at the Grand Canyon too, and you can't look at it because there are no cameras, of course. So that's, I don't know. I know people have mixed feelings about it, kind of like a surveillance state. But when you have this kind of fires going on, it is really nice to see if there's any way to capture the beginning of it, like what happened, who started it, if somebody started it, or what it is that's starting these fires. And I saw a very strange video today that was the whole video wasn't about this, but it just had a piece of the video that was just talking about this weird stuff that may or may not have fallen from a plane or a jet. It was a red substance that was like catching the grass on fire, and it was kind of sitting there and smoldering. If I find it, I'll share it, but it's like towards the middle of the video, so it's kind of hard. I'd have to clip the actual part of the video to show you guys what I'm talking about, but I just thought it was very weird. Like, maybe it's something that could be happening in all over the place, maybe. I wish I could explain what I saw, but the video couldn't even explain it. So the people that found it and recorded it, they went to put water on it, and everything disappeared. So all they have is the video of it. And So anyways, just another little theory to throw in the box of theories on why the West is on fire. It appears to be only the West. And thank God the Minnesota fire seems to have gone out. You know, they're having their own issues over here with flooding and tons of rain. And of course, as per usual, we tend to be in the very midst of fire season right now in July. The end of July is always, you gotta be careful out here in this section of the woods, or the lack of woods. Anyways, guys, I think my video kind of went on longer than I wanted it to go, but thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and be safe out there, everyone. Bye-bye.